And I think that's the power of community and
No
what we're
doubt.
doing. When you got community, when you got people that you can talk to about your issues, when you got people that can, do everything that you're doing, um, it helps out a lot. Hold on real quick. Make sure I turn my camera on.
Fact.
See if it come on. Okay, bet. Yeah, there you go too. So we got the backside and upside. So yeah, so when I first started out, bro, that was like very hard for me. Just taking those L's by myself. I'm taking my wins by myself, but when you taking those L's by yourself, you feel like you alone.
For sure.
When you feel like you alone, bro, you really question, should I really be doing this? And I think that's what we got together. One thing Wall Street Trapper say, shout out to him. He always say, take my confidence and my fortitude and add it onto yourself.
Hmm.
So when you scared, like, bro, the market whooping my ass, I don't even want to look at the portfolio. If I'm telling you we gonna be straight and you really don't believe it yourself, lean on me, bro. I've been
Hmm.
doing this for a long time. I was telling y'all yesterday, we down right now, we gonna be back. We gonna be back. First day back, we came out slapping today.
Cooking.
Yeah, we still down a
Cooking.
little bit, but it's a game though. It's like going to war. You got to keep fighting, bro. So I just want to tell everybody, just wait to stay down. You know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying? Like this is one of the hardest things that you'll do, and you can ask Alante. He came out the gate too, doing this, and he still say it to this day, bro. Like this is the hardest thing that you will ever do in your life.
Mm.
Hardest, bro.
Mm.
So yeah, just moving on a little bit, bro. I know some guys new in here. Yeah, we got the ecosystem, man. I wanted to kind of develop something where it's not just like a regular group chat, but it's something more interactive, and you can utilize AI. I'm gonna show y'all today as well. The same way I use Notion, and I can come up with these different prompts or these different pages, y'all can do the same thing as well. Have any of y'all played around with that yet so far?
What'd you say, Nate?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Have any of y'all played around with the Notion app so far on your own?
Yeah. I've been messing with the Notion AI for sure.
Got you. Got you. Anybody else?
Yeah, I mean, I just generally looked around the app, like looking at your old plays that you put in and close and all that. So,
Okay. But have you looked at it for yourself? As
oh
in,
yeah, I actually
okay.
already had the app when you started the 'cause I tried to make a little workplace for myself on this some shit I was working on some months back.
Mm.
So
Okay.
What's the AI assistant like geared towards helping us with? Like
Malcolm,
play,
you
like
wanna
putting
tell me?
plays together. The AI assistant that's on there on the Notion.
Malcolm, you want to tell him what you was playing with?
So I messed with it yesterday just to get an idea of his thoughts on or sentiments on tomorrow's CPI report. Um, I used it for that. I used it for I can't remember what I asked, but I know I asked it about VRT, about Vertiv. Um, so yeah, I mean, projections, um, no potential entries. I
Yeah.
mean, in a lot of ways, like you would use ChatGPT or Anthropic or one of those platforms.
Got you. Got you. So to answer your question, D, kind of in a similar way. You know what I mean? Similar way as you use AI in general. But I
Mhm.
will say with the Notion AI, it definitely helps um, cater more to the app itself.
Mhm.
Kind of helping you create different pages on there as well. Kind of let you know where stuff is. Kind of let you know how to implement stuff yourself. And that's kind of what we was gonna talk about today, where I got my trading log. Y'all need to have your own trading log.
Mhm.
mm,
Y'all need to be recording your own plays. Yeah, it's cool to look at my trading log, but guys, this is not we're just gonna listen to Nate and he gonna tell us what to do every single time.
Sure.
No, I'm trying to give y'all the tools and resources. So if I'm not here no more, y'all know exactly what to do.
Mhm.
Y'all follow me?
Yeah.
So that was one of the reasons why I picked the Notion app. Right? A couple people in the chat had asked me on the side, why don't you got a Discord? Why don't you just do a Discord and just keep it like a group chat type of vibe? And I was like, bro, because this app is more interactive than
Mm-hmm.
just a Discord. Us conversating back and forth. Hey, I put this play in. This is what I thought about this play. This is what this is. Notion AI, you can develop your own pages, your own accountability system, your own schedule on other sides of the app where you can use this every day as well. Right. So first thing I want to definitely get into after we talked about that volatility in the market, man, is just utilizing volatility as opportunity, bro. You know, a lot of people get scared. And Warren Buffett had a great quote. He said, um, be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. Right. And Warren Buffett, he had a quote. His first quote was rule number one was don't lose money. And then rule number two was refer back to rule number one. Right. The reason why I was telling guys, yo, I'm holding my play. Guys are saying, I'm cutting my play. I'm getting out of here. It's bleeding. I'm bleeding. It's because when we buy time, we give ourselves a chance for us to get back in the game. Y'all following me?
Yeah.
So when we down on them days, yo, we down yesterday and we down today, and we could be down tomorrow. We still got another week. We still got 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, 2 months to get back in the game. A lot of guys panic, a lot of guys sell, and a lot of guys are their accounts is bleeding out, bro. Right. So I wanted to definitely make sure we understand, yo, you got to develop that fortitude when it's bloody. You know, the real come out. You know what I'm saying? When the wins, everybody in the chat happy. Um, guys is talking, guys is feeling good about themselves, guys is making posts on Instagram. One of my guys, couple months ago, he hit a play. He made a post on Instagram, not a story post. He made a real post saying, "I
Mm.
feel good." I'm like, this dude feel good. But the bad thing about that is when you let your emotions take over,
Mm-hmm.
you feel that good when things is going up. You're gonna feel even worse when things is going down. That's why it's important to stay even killed the whole way. You know, we bleeding. I'm over here lit. Same way when we winning. I'm still on here making posts. I'm still in here in the chat. Still over here. I'm at the pool down here in Dallas. Over here at the games. I'm going to get food. I'm still feeling great because I know we're gonna get back right. Right. So has anybody actually I want to go into that gold trade. J. Cole, you want to talk about that gold trade you put in?
Yeah, man. I got in at about 249. I think the November 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I have about three contracts. I sold two at 97%,
Nice.
and then I'm still holding one. By the time the market, well, actually, gold don't really close, huh? But by 4 o'clock, it was around 75%. I got to check on it, but I'm just gonna hold that for a while. Got to November 5th, so you know, I got the profits on the other two, so gonna let that third one rock out.
Nice.
Hey, the reason why I like that gold trade, and I'm gonna show you the chart here in a second as well, is because if they gonna keep printing money
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
and the dollar keeps getting more and more devalued,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna be looking for alternative investments to deploy capital. Right? Our billionaires are almost trillionaire, are millionaires, people with a lot of money. If they stop believing in the dollar and we keep printing money and we keep losing value in the dollar, they're gonna look elsewhere. First two places I think they're gonna look are gonna be Bitcoin and they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
be
Go.
gold.
Right.
Right. So I feel like gold's about to go on another run. I think it just took a little break. And I think it's about to go on another run. That's why I want to get in that place. So I know J. Cole, you said you sold two.
Yeah, I sold two at 97%. I'm still holding one. And then another thing you said those cuts. We getting what, two more before the year end?
Yeah.
One
And then
next week, right?
another one probably the top of next year, 2026.
Yeah.
Like shit about to go up, bro.
About to go up. It- that's a good thing and a bad thing,
Yeah.
right? Because we own assets, we gonna be straight. But what about everybody else? What about our family? What about our friends that have no knowledge of what is going on? They gonna look up and be like, bro, why can't I afford to get food no more? Yo, I went to McDonald's the other day to get a caramel frappuccino. Yo, they make chickens not 99 cents no more.
Mm.
Y'all know that?
That's wild.
Probably
They
three
not
dollars.
99 cents no more. They like $2, bro.
Mm.
They like $2. I'm like, bro, this is ridiculous. And it just shows you inflation just gonna keep making everything worse. Right? Right. So and KB, I know you want to talk about that play you put into that VST.
Mm.
I
Yup.
know he wants to get into VST.
BST came down to a real low level. Got to the 180s. I
Mhm.
got in about 186. So
Nice.
BST, that's a runner too. It's anything under
Yeah.
200. That's a steal for BST. So I got in there. I got it until middle of November. So shook up.
Mhm.
That's what's
Yep.
up.
That's
That's what's up.
what it's all about, fellas. Yep. Nate showed me this early. I've been rocking with Nate for a little minute on the stocks now. So he showed me the keys, everything that's on Notion. We was just in a chat with it. We was using
Mm.
ChatGPT back in the day, but now Nate got his own shit. So
Mm.
you got to just keep putting the time in it. Y'all gonna learn how to put your own plays. Won't even have to hit up Nate. Just be like, hey, this cool. Check off all the levels. Yeah, we gonna get some money.
And that's kind of where I want this to get to. You know, like I said about the notion, I want y'all to be put your own plays in, do your own research. You know, I'm buying this or I'm selling this at this time. Like, I want y'all to get to the point where y'all sending the plays to me.
Mm.
Hey Nate, I just put this in. What you think? You want to get on it with me? I'm like, shit, DJ, I got you. I'm about to hop on there with you, bro.
Mm.
10 toes behind. Let's get it. You know, Malcolm, I'm with you. Whatever play you put in, I'm with you. But it gotta go through my checklist, right? That I have. And it's always making sure these are discounted prices that we buy. Right. Even though that um iron fell apart, we still got it on a discount. It was still
Mm.
20% off from the highs. 15-20% off from the highs. You can't be
Mm.
mad at that. Yeah, it fell another 15%, but we still got it in a good range.
Mm.
Let me show you this chart real quick, y'all. Show my screen. Right, bet. Y'all can see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. If I can get out of this. Let me see. Show you again. Ah, that's why. That's a screenshot. Okay, now here we go. Say less. Y'all can see now.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay, bet. Let me show you something. And for the guys that are new, looking at this chart and they don't know what's going on, yo, just give yourself time, bro. Don't think you need to learn this today, tomorrow, and you got to be a perfect trader. You know, that's one of the big things that everybody think they gonna be in this game. They gonna be like, they see people trading, and like, bro, I'm about to be a trader. Like that's what I'm on, bro. It took me 5 years to
Mm.
get to the point I'm at today. And the way I study, the way I research, the way I move, the way I stay focused on stuff, if it took me 5 years to get to where I'm at, it just let me know everybody journey different, bro. It's a marathon with this. Feel me? Um, and what's crazy, and the biggest thing about the charts, it wasn't even understanding the charts that took 5 years. The charts, it took about probably about a couple months. What
Mm,
took 5 years is mastering your emotional discipline,
mm.
right?
What did
Mastering
that look
your
like for you?
emotional discipline.
What did that look like from the beginning to now?
What are you asking?
Like like if you were bleeding in the play,
Mhm.
were you panic selling? Were you
Um, so it was more of not knowing what I was doing, right? And not having um my rules and what we're about to talk about
mm,
already up front. You know, before you get in a play, you need to know when you want to get out of a play.
hmm
I didn't understand that back then. I only knew I'm about to get in this play, I'm about to try to see it run up, and then I'm gonna take profit whenever it go
mm,
to a million, right? Whenever it go to the moon. What I had to understand is once it gets to a certain percentage, that is when I need to take profit.
hmm
I didn't understand it at first. Or once I get down a certain percentage, that's when I need to cut my loss,
mm,
right? Understanding why I need to extend time on my contracts. I didn't understand none of that. When you extend time in your contracts and you do get down on your play, when you cut it, there's no opportunity for that money to come back.
hmm
So I had to understand, okay, I'm still in this play. I'm down on it, but I got a couple weeks, I got a couple months left. It'll be back.
mm,
That took me years to kind of master and understand and be comfortable being
mm.
down and taking the L and getting back right. So let me check. Look at this. Did they answer your question, no, brother?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I want to go to that gold trade first. Yep. So I put this on. I think I put this on my Instagram. And guys, make sure y'all paying attention to my close friends. There's only about 25 of us in there. All
Mm,
everybody that's only subscribed to the ecosystem or part of what we got going on are in the close friends. That's not for everybody. So when I'm putting charts in there, when I'm putting plays in there, I'm putting game in there, yo, soak that game up, bro. So look at this. This is last week when gold was going crazy, right? About here, 397. I think Keys had put in the group chat. He said, Nate, we need a gold play now, brother. Like, come on.
mm,
And I was like, bro, for my rules, I can't get in. Right. If
hmm
y'all want to get in one, y'all can. Y'all could have ate up this profit from what 397 to 403. But then what happened literally this week? This
hmm
joint dropped from 402. So if you got in 397
mm,
and that joint dropped to 368, dude, you lost your entire investment, bro.
hmm
You lost your entire investment. And so once I seen it came down here, just showing y'all my levels. Once I seen it came down to about 372, that's when I put that play in. That's when I put that gold play in. Right. I know Mason, J. Cole, they got it a little bit down here in the 369 area.
hmm
But this is what sticking to my rules, sticking to my script. Right. Once I got here, a lot of guys asked me in the beginning, Nate, would you get out? If it fell back down here, why not hold it till it gets all the way back to 403? Guys, you never know what's going to happen next in the market.
mm,
That is why I say stick to your rules, stick to your script, knowing when you're going to take profit. So today, J. Cole, he got in down here on gold. He got all the way up. He texted me, he said, I'm up 97%. What should I do? Stick to the rules, stick
hmm
to the principle. Right? Take profit. He took profit up 97% at around 382. That joint dropped $4. So he done took profit off the table where he can reload up
Mm-hmm.
and grab more contracts for an extended date. Right. And so one of the reasons why I might put a gold play in tomorrow is because after it gapped up today, it looked like it want to come fill this gap tomorrow. So once it fills this gap tomorrow, y'all gonna be like, y'all gonna see Nate put a gold play in. This is my reasoning why.
Mm-hmm.
Not only this, but on the economic level too,
Mm-hmm.
fundamental level, right? Y'all, if y'all want to be great, not great investors, if y'all really want to make money in this thing, it's not just about the charts. You got to be good at the charts and you got to be good at breaking down the news. That was one of the things that I learned at the investment firm that I was at Charles Schwab. When I was at Charles Schwab, I already knew how to trade. I had to get the fundamental route, the economic route, understanding what's going on with foreign policy, understanding what's going on with inflation, understanding what's going on with CPI reports, PPI reports, actually breaking this down, understanding the lingo of what Jerome Powell is saying, right? Once I started understanding that side and the trading side, that's when I've hit my first 100K month. Not 100K year. I had my first 100K month. I was able to put two and two together. Yo, it's like I was breaking this down to a lady earlier today. It's like back in the day with hoops, right? You had guys like Rondo, you had guys like Jason Kidd, you had guys like Andre Miller, if y'all know who that is.
Oh,
Straight
sure.
up point guards. People that can really pass the ball, get into the paint, distribute. They are looking for 8 to 10 assists a game. And then what happened? Then you started getting players that were able to do the same thing Rondo, Jason Kidd, and Andre Miller were able to do, but they able to score the ball and shoot the ball well now. So what happens is they started becoming combo guards. They were able to be good at two things at once. Now the game is not the same no more. Same with shooters. You had guys like Kyle Korver, Steve Kerr, right? Peja Stojakovic, Sasha Vucevic, guys that just shoot the ball. Ray Allen. Then defense started getting smart. They start taking that away. Now you got to be able to shoot the ball and dribble the ball. And all I say to that is, with this game as well, bro, don't just be good at one thing. Don't just be good at charts or don't just be good at placing calls. Right? Be good at placing some push too. Be good at being patient on this play. Right? Be good at all of this, bro. Breaking down the news, understanding what's going on in the world. Right? If you see everybody got an iPhone, why ain't you investing in an Apple?
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to look at no chart to understand that everybody keep buying iPhones. That's what I'm talking about, being good at both, right? I can see the chart going up, but I can also see the sentiment around what's going on in the world. Listen to me. I got a MacBook right here I'm talking y'all on. I got another MacBook over here. I got an iPhone up there. I got another iPhone. And I got AirPods and I got AirTags. One customer, I got all these products from Apple. Why wouldn't I own the Apple share? Right? And that's just the basics of just understanding the sentiment of what's going on in the world, right? Same with Meta. We on Facebook, we on Instagram, and if you travel abroad and you on WhatsApp, and then you got Meta glasses, bro, why don't you own Meta stock? Right? People will say, nah, look at the chart, look at the chart. Bro, I don't need to look at the chart to understand where Meta is going to be in the next couple years. Right? Does that make sense to everybody? Before I keep going?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Did y'all have any questions before I keep going?
Yeah,
Sir.
I feel like, well, I'll just ask you. In terms of the charts,
Yeah.
what are you looking at on a daily?
Okay.
Like when you first get up, what are you looking at? And even at the end of the day, what are you looking at?
That's a great question. So glad you asked that. First thing I do in the morning every single day, I am on CNBC.com. First thing I do in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
I come here and see how the futures are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all should be doing this every
Yep.
single
Every
day,
morning.
every morning. This little pre-market thing right here, it
Mm-hmm.
will show you potentially what type of day we about to have. If we
Mm-hmm.
see green and this is up 100 points, this up 50 points, this up 200 points, that's showing you we about to make a lot of money today. But if this is down 100 points, this is down 50 points, this is down 200 points, it's gonna show you it's gonna be a little bloody day. So whenever
Mm-hmm.
y'all ask me in the morning, Nate, what you think gonna happen today? You should be going on CNBC first to seeing what's gonna happen already,
Mm-hmm.
right? Another thing that I go look at, you can type in here, say, type in five, type in five, not five below. Ain't nobody going there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if it'll show. I'm gonna scroll up. 8 hours ago. Hold on. Okay, cool. I can go somewhere else. You can type in things to know for the market opens CNBC. Every morning, there's analysts on salary that have to make this report every single day. It comes out around 8 a.m., where you're going to see they break down the 5 things that you need to know in the market today. Right? First thing, they talk about Tesla. Tesla report earnings. This is what happened. They talk about Southwest and airlines. They talk about Putin's punishment. What's going on in Russia? They talk about Meta and layoffs. They talk about Starbucks and they talk about retail, right? Why is this important? This is important because if you can gauge the big news already before everybody else knows the big news, it gives you an edge in the market that day. And that's what I talk about breaking down the news, right? So on CNBC, this top red line up here, y'all see
Yep.
this? It's going to come across and say breaking 5 things you need to know. Watch tomorrow. I'm going to send y'all the link in the morning. It's going to say 5 things. It's going to run across the banner. You click on it, and it's going to show you the 5 things that you need to know today, right? Guys, not only is making money important, knowing what the hell is going on in the world
Sure.
is important.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? Like, and they're great talking points, right? When I'm in these big rooms, when I'm networking with all these people, and I'm talking to them, and they're talking to me about stuff that's going on internationally, worldwide, it gives me an edge when they know exactly what they're talking about. When they see, I know exactly what they talk about. They like, damn, how did you know that about Tesla?
Mm-hmm.
You up on Tesla like that? And you up on Southwest? And you up on the S&P 500 and NASDAQ? What happens is like, man, this man must be of value. And it all comes from just breaking down the news. And these are some little tricks I do every single day, right? So to answer your question, Malcolm, first thing I do every day, come on CNBC. I go see the pre-market. I go see how is the market moving today.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing I do, I click that 5 things I need to know today. This already starts my day off ahead
Mm-hmm.
of 90% of traders.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
Third thing I look at, I come to the chart.
Okay. So third. Okay.
Come to the chart. I'll go look at, let's see. I'll go double side. I'll go SPX. See how we've been performing on SPY, right? And for my new guys, y'all gonna understand why SPY is so important. SPX is so important is because it's the big board, is
Mm-hmm.
what they call it on Wall Street. It's the index of all indexes. It's the index that will tell you how the market is performing as a whole, or the major companies are performing as a whole for the day. So I come look at SPY, and I'll sometimes go measure it up against, right? I can do, the VIX, see where we at. How's the VIX moving? Right? I see the VIX falling, and then I see SPX rising. I see the VIX rising. I see the VIX falling, and I see SPY rising. So I know that means we must be going higher, right? So that's something I look at. I go look at, really just my watch list, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go look at gold. How's gold moving? Bitcoin. How's Bitcoin moving? Guys, this is how I know everything that be going on in the market,
Mm-hmm.
right? Another thing, we in earnings season. When we in earnings season, guys, this website is called Earnings Whisper. This is how I know what earnings are coming, not just this week, not just next week, but months down the line. Earnings Whisper. And when y'all be like, Malcolm, when you like, yo, Nate, you gonna do a lotto, or is there any lotto plays that you gonna do this week? I go to Earnings Whispers to see what earnings are this week. And just to show you how to work it just a little bit, click it, calendar at the top. And you got your dates right here. So I can go look at November and see who reports on November 27th. Look like ain't nobody reporting on November 27th. Let me see on the 26th. I'm trying to figure out when is NVIDIA earnings. Okay. So look at this. What day is this? What is that? The November 6th?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, November 6th. Look what reports on November 6th.
Mm-hmm. And new scale.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Airbnb, DraftKings again. Damn, DraftKings report again. Right? So that's something I look at. Earnings Whisper. See what companies are earning. Right? And so when it comes to that, when it comes to CNBC, when it comes to the 5 things you need to know, these are the basics of the things that I look at on a day-to-day basis. Right? And while we here, let me just show you this, so my guys know. I don't know if y'all know, but we definitely added a new page for us to chat and talk. Right? I got a couple people that hit me last week and was like, hey, I know the chat on the main page getting too long, where I can't scroll down to your resources as fast. Can you make a new page? Right? One thing about me, guys, I'm always a listening ear. I'm not the guy that, it's gonna go my way or the highway. Nah, I was a point guard, bro. I'm able to facilitate. I'm able to listen to whatever y'all want, whatever y'all need. I'm able to make those adjustments. Right. So that first page, this is where we've been chatting. This is where we've been talking. Kind of kept it simple. That's where I put that link. Guys, make sure you also, the 3 dots up here, make sure we turn this on. Notify me. All comments. This is how you'll get those notifications to your app, to your phone every single time. I know a couple people be asking me, where's the link at? Or how to do this or how to do that. This is where it's at. All right. We got to add that. Comments. Okay, cool. All right. Y'all see this? Scouting reports every week. Archive combos from the weeks. This call will be uploaded here at the end of this. Event notes, book takeaways. Y'all seen it all. Trading log. Y'all seen it all. So that's that. Y'all got any questions before we continue? Y'all good? How y'all feeling?
Good.
Good.
We good? right, cool. Okay, cool. Next thing I want to talk about, and then we'll get off here in a minute. I definitely want to talk about community being the new currency. Community being the new currency. I've been on the phone a lot this week. Um, Guys, information is starting to get scarce,
Mm,
right? You see all this on the internet. That this is surface level info. I'm talking about the real info that will change your life. They're keeping it between themselves, right? And that's why they say community is the new currency. When you got a community, what we got going on, we can filter and we can go through information very, very quick. Khalil can see something, he put it, oh, boom. I didn't even see it. Malcolm didn't see it, but we share information so fast. Guys, I would rather have 30 different eyes out here in the world rather than just one eye
for
trying to figure out everything by himself. Does that make sense? That's
sure.
why it's important to be a part of a community, what especially what we got going on. Charles sees something, Alante sees something, DJ sees something. Hey, I just seen this. What you think about this? I'm thinking about taking profit on this play. I ain't even see what's going on. I stepped away from my phone. But we got a community of guys that we're able to circulate that information. Yo,
Mm,
community is the new currency, man. And then the last couple of things I want to really just talk about is just just playing the game for the long term, right? Playing the game for the long term. I want to make sure that we all are understanding we are in this game for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Whatever is going on today is not going to matter in 20 years from now. I was on the phone with my brother earlier, and he's going through some stuff right now. And I was telling him, yo, we get so caught up in the day to day and trying to overcome this for tomorrow that we never get to zoom out and take the bird's eye approach to our problems. Whatever you complaining about right now, bro, you gonna be okay. You gonna be cool in 10 years, 15 years, 5 years. Shit, you might be cool next week. You just gotta keep going. You feel me? So other than that, bro, I'm looking towards Visa earning next Tuesday,
mm,
waste management next Tuesday, next Wednesday. Meta, Microsoft, Google, Carvana. Reason why I'm looking at Carvana, I like looking at retail just to see how the consumer is spending.
mm,
We can make this report and say all consumers are spending here. No, when you look at retail, that's when you're gonna see what's really being spent. Y'all
mm,
follow me? So I'm looking at that, and then I'm looking at Thursday, Amazon, Apple, Coinbase, MSTR, Riot. I'm looking at those on Thursday. I might make a couple plays. I might just chill next week. Next week is a big week,
mm,
right? So, with that being said, um, that's that's basically everything for today, man. I didn't want to keep y'all too long. I want to definitely make sure my motherfucking thing keep falling over.
mm,
Want to make sure we was good on everything. We understood, how this market moving, and then we just go from there. You feel me?
mm, mm.
So with that being said, anybody had any last questions before we get out of here? I know everybody got
Yeah,
their screen off except KB and Malcolm.
I got one thing, Nate. Can you go
What's up,
back to the
brother?
chart?
Yeah, what's going on?
Um, you said you didn't like gold last week. You said you wanted the entry around 372. Is that what you
Uh-huh.
said?
Let me see.
Show me exactly how you decided on 372 being your entry, being safe at that price.
All right, bet. And you seen that on my close friends. I broke down, right, J. Cole, last week?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So number one, Once we bounced up here, I knew we had some gaps to fill, right? Once we
Yeah.
filled that gap, I'm like, okay, cool. What's crazy is we needed this gap fill, but the day opened up. I don't know if y'all remember, everything was bleeding so bad that we skipped all the way past that gap. Once we skipped past that gap, we went and filled another gap.
Mm.
Turn
Now
your
I'm thinking,
your moving averages so we can see the gap better.
you said my moving averages.
Yeah, turn the moving averages off.
Oh, okay, but I don't. Okay, bet. I was about to say I don't know if they be doing them all. There they go. Yep. So I got the 50-day, the 100-day, and that's one thing. If y'all on the charts, y'all need to get the 50-day, the 100-day, and the 200-day moving average.
Mm.
Those are my moving averages that I hit. If it hits these, I'm in. Right. Or if it get close. So just to answer your question, J. Cole, um, once I seen these gaps fills, and once I seen this last gap right here, and it filled it a little bit, right here with this last wick right here.
Yeah.
Let me get to the bottom of that wick. Yep. Bottom of that wick right there. When it filled that gap right there, I said, oh yeah, it's go time. It's go time. So to answer your question, it filled multiple gaps and it came down to a good support area.
Right.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anybody else had any more questions about the chart?
Yeah, mine's more general. I mean, as somebody who's trying to get more proficient on charts in general, like what will be a starting point in your
The first,
opinion?
yeah, the first thing I would do, I'm gonna send a link. Really, just going over support and resistance. For anybody new, the first thing that you should master is support and resistance. If you understand where the support and resistance is, all the other stuff will come later. The moving averages, the RSI, the oscillators, right? The 50-day, the 100-day, the 72 EMA, all that stuff. You don't need to worry about that right now.
Mm.
First thing you need to master is understanding where resistance is, ceilings are, and understanding where support is, floors are. You understand that first, perfect that first, everything else gonna come natural.
Okay.
I know everybody got different learning styles as well. My name Braylon, man. I ain't been in this too much, but definitely tapped in and listening to just pretty much on the schedule, man. Market Monday, just getting
Mhm.
hit with the language and then also trying it as well. You know what I mean? Like when you putting yourself out there and
Mhm.
going through multiple levels of learning. Nate got ebooks. You got Market Monday, Trapping Tuesday, Blackout Wednesday. Being on a schedule where you can constantly consuming the information, that's definitely been
Sure.
helping me too, bro. Like just the not necessarily information overload yourself, but if you getting a little bit of it every day and you
Mhm.
actually applying it, it's definitely helping.
Sure.
Hey, well,
Yeah,
welcome to
yeah.
the party, Bray.
Man, what it do?
We missed you, man.
Man, trying to stay locked in, man.
Hey, before we get out of here, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah,
Everybody else
man.
to introduce himself early on the call.
My fault, no doubt, man. My name is Braylon, man. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. New to the trading world, but definitely not new to business and a positive mindset when it come down to talked about emotional awareness, talked about grit, talked about just discipline in general. Nothing new for me there. Obviously, I'm not perfect, but definitely have mastered that for myself, and know how to pick myself up in those aspects. And then, as far as the trading tip, I think for me, just understanding long term wealth. You know what I mean? I think we've been fortunate enough to have this community, but for a long while we've been left out. And Nate definitely gracing us with his knowledge and uh, spearheading this space for us to be able to share knowledge with one another and also learn from one another. There's tons of black men in this chat who know a lot and can trade value, and so I just like being in these spaces and continue to learn, push the needle. That's what we need.
Sure.
Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir, brother. And did anybody else have any 2 cents that they want to say? Any for anybody new. I know some we got people that's beginners, we got people that's not on the charts, that's just investing in the shares. We got people that are trading every day. We got people that's been doing it for years, people that just started today. Y'all got any tips, man?
Yeah, just keep your emotions in check. Like it's good when you go up, but you can go down, like Nate said. If you got time, just don't be on the charts all day staring at it. That's when you make rash decisions and cut a contract loose when you could have still made 100%. But just keep your emotions in check and stick to the rules.
Yeah, no, I would say, I mean, don't feel like you got to do it by yourself. That's why you're here, and don't be afraid to ask questions. I mean, ain't no dumb questions.
Facts.
You
Facts.
um,
Alante?
Now I'll just say lean on each other, man. Everybody lean on each other in the chat. Keep using the chat. Any questions you got, can you ask the Magnate AI and in the Notion thing? You can also keep notes and keep your workday space. You can do your own stuff in there too as well. So
mm,
just use your networks, man. Keep networking. That's what I say.
sure.
Say less. Say less, man. So yeah,
Sure.
I think that's everything.